All right, old school NBA fans, self-researched NBA facts. I got another video here for you. Again, thanks to all my subscribers, people watching my videos. I really appreciate it. I hope that I resonate with you guys on some level. I'm not really up on the new NBA at all. Some of these, really brand new young players. I'm probably gonna need you guys' help a little bit on this if you guys watch. And this is to specifically some of the younger people. If any younger people watch my video, I've heard a few of you guys' comments, but any of you guys that do not understand, because I got a little bit of pushback on a couple videos I did. One of them specifically was about Michael Jordan's college. I think it was in reference to versus what LeBron James did in the NBA in his first couple years. How it's apples and oranges, you can't really compare, but it's not like Jordan was just some journeyman and college was really, really good. Well, this video is exactly that. How players in college, there was probably a quarter, if not a third, of the best players in the world were in NCAA basketball in the early 80s. That's just how it was. Now, things have completely changed. That's not the case today. And that's what brings me to this video. So I'll show you. People that had college success went on to have pro success. That doesn't seem to be the case today. But again, I may need a little guidance on this. I admit I'm ignorant. Okay, so we'll start out with the 1979 NCAA Final Four. You had Larry Bird and Magic Johnson were in the championship game. And third place was DePaul, 1979. The reason that I bring that up is because Mark Aguirre was on DePaul, and he would have been a sophomore, led his team to third place. He was the best player on the team. 2 years later, he's the number one pick in the NBA draft in 1981. But Larry Bird, who actually, because of a weird rule, was actually in the 78 draft, he was drafted 6th by Boston, finished second place in the NCAA. Magic Johnson on Michigan State won the national championship. He was the number one pick in 1979. Now, in 1980, Joe Barry Carroll was the number one pick. His team, Purdue, finished third place that year. Okay. In 1981, Indiana Hoosiers were the national champions. The number 2 pick, Isaiah Thomas, who was immediately an all-star his rookie year. Immediate impact. Same with Larry Bird, same with Magic Johnson. These guys were immediate impact players. Now, Mark Aguirre was like a 4 or 5 time all-star. I think it was a couple years later until he was an actual all-star. But still, these are immediate impact players. 1982. North Carolina won the championship. James Worthy was the big player on there. He was the number 1 pick, immediate impact player for the Lakers. They also had Sam Perkins, who was immediate impact pro, and Michael Jordan, who later, 2 years later, would be the number 3 overall pick. In his rookie year, he led the NBA in points scored. So again, these are immediate impact players. Now 1981 through 1983, 81, 82, 83, Ralph Sampson was the college player of the year. And in 81, Virginia made the Final Four. I think they got upset in 82 and 83. Actually, I think they made the Elite 8, but whatever. He was the number 1 pick in the 1983 draft. Immediately was an all-star. I think his second year, might even been his rookie year, he was second team All-NBA, immediate impact player in the NBA. So then later, in the 84 draft I just brought up, Akeem Olajuwon was the number 1 player. He was in the national championship game in 83 and 84. He finished runner-up both years. Immediate impact player, all-star right away. I think he was All-NBA his second year. Right away, these guys are immediate impact stars. So, moving along to the 1985 draft. Patrick Ewing was the number 1 pick. Well, he was in the Final Four, actually the championship game, and almost won in 82, won the championship in 84, and got to the championship game but got upset by Villanova in 85. Immediate impact player, Patrick Ewing, #1 pick. Okay, now, you look at the guys today of the college success, let's say, because back then the college success translated to the NBA success. That is not the case today. So in 2019, of the teams that made the Final Four, the only team that even had anybody, well, there was two, that had anybody that was drafted anywhere decent. Virginia has a guy named DeAndre Hunter. From what I understand, he's still in the league. He averages about 15 points a game. You know, guess decent player. Sorry about that. Anyway, decent player, I guess, plays on Atlanta Hawks. And the other guy, Texas Tech, who won the championship, they had a player named Jarrett Culver, who got drafted pretty high. I think he was in the top 10 or whatever. He's in the G League now. 2020, there was no Final Four. In 2021, the only guy of any consequence is a guy named Jalen Suggs. He was taken 5th. He did make second team all defense this last year, which had been his 3rd year. He averages about 10 points a game. I don't know much more about him than that. Then in 22, a guy named Paolo Banchero, the #1 pick. He was an all-star his 2nd year, this last year. So, okay, there's a decent, probably immediate impact player. That's about all I really know about him. And then there was another guy named Ocha Agbaji. I don't know what team he was. He's on one of the teams in the Final Four. He was the #14 pick. He averaged 6.7 points per game in his 2 years of career. I wouldn't call that a immediate impact player. And then last year, of the 4 Final Four teams, the only one that got drafted of any consequence at all from UConn was a guy named Jordan Hawkins, who averages 7.8 points per game. So that's what you have from the last 5 years. I just showed you, well, I guess it was about a 5-6 year period, all those impact players that were very good in college who became, great in the pros. And, things have just changed so much. You compare what's going on in college today to back then, you're kidding yourself. So anyway, that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.